Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you live from Barcelona at SmartCon 2023 by Chainlink. Joining me for this segment, we have Adele Scott, Global Relationship Manager with Elwood Technologies, to discuss the infrastructure and tools that institutions need for successfully managing their crypto positions. Adele, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to TradeTalks.
Thank you very much for having me.
What were your first impressions of SmartCon, and can you tell us a bit about the panel you hosted?
Yeah, I've never been to SmartCon before, so it's my first one. Beautiful Barcelona. We had amazing speaker drinks last night. It's really nice and super well attended from what I can tell, and a variety of panelists, which I think is always much more interesting than when it's just one segment. And yeah, so we had a panel about data providers. We're one of the contributors to Chainlink, and there were some other people on the panel, and we talked a lot about data quality and how key that is, and the innovation in the space, and how I guess the accuracy of data, the timeliness of data, the breadth and depth of data is just more and more important, and it's going to be really interesting to see who's using Chainlink in a few years' time and what they're actually expecting.
What do you see as the differences between TradFi and crypto data?
I spent 17 years working in benchmark data, so traditional data for asset managers, and it's so standardized, it's so commercialized. Everybody has the same expectations, use these identifiers, this classification system. It's all at 4 p.m., whatever. It's really, I guess, so set up that here we're still in a new world. Clearly we are, but the expectations are getting higher and higher. I mentioned about data quality. It is improving. 24/7 support is key because it never stops. Crypto just never stops. And there's more and more different use cases that we're really happy to be part of this partnership with Chainlink, which are leading the way, clearly.
Well, I mean, with digital assets, I think out of all the asset classes, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Certainly not. So what infrastructures and tools do institutions need to manage their crypto positions for success?
They need something else than Excel or Google Sheets, which we have seen in the past. I think since last year, it's all become this whole flight to safety and quality, and that means that due diligence on vendors has really gone up. So the questionnaires that people are sending out to the vendors they're going to work with, that could be a custodian, an infrastructure player like Elwood, it could be the venues you're working with. I think the due diligence and it's going deeper and is more important because you need to be using tried and tested solutions that are backed. The company's not going to disappear tomorrow, that's got really good client services and support. I guess whatever a TradFi player would expect now is being expected when crypto hedge funds are involved. They're expecting to have very similar tools. And lots of analytics and transparency of their own data and holdings.
I'm always interested when people move from TradFi into crypto, and particularly as a woman in the business, we know what it's like to have to break the glass ceiling in TradFi. What's the experience been like moving from TradFi? What was the rationale to move from TradFi, and what's the experience like in crypto?
The rationale is I stayed one place for far too long. Great company, but 17 years, and I was like, if I'm going to change, I'm going to really change. And I don't think you can get much more change than going into digital assets. Women in crypto, I'll be honest, the first crypto conference I went to last year, I was quite shocked. It is definitely male dominated. It's still the case. There's a gender gap. Everybody's aware of that. I think it's improving as I guess some of the views on crypto are changing, and it is a risky business in some ways to get involved in, but there's a lot of collaboration, and there are some really inspiring women that work in crypto now that are coming into the space. I'm part of like London Women in Crypto Telegram groups. There's in Switzerland a women organization for Web3 that it's growing, but it's still a bit of a diversity issue, I would say.
Having been in traditional finance and trading in the past, I know one of the biggest things was mentorship and having people to look up within and be able to access within the space. Are you starting to see that in crypto?
Definitely. You see a lot more women in crypto events. You see female panels, and you're like, okay, can you go to those women, and they're definitely open to talking and to helping you move up the ladder in this world. But I think there's still a bit of a way to go. But like in finance, it's going to take time. And hopefully it will just get better and better. But I can see a change in 12 months already.
Well, I mean, that's great. And the thing is, one thing with digital assets, outside of the genders, there is a lot of diversity because it's a global 24/7 business, to your point. So it doesn't seem as if women are blocked out of the business. No. It's just, I think a lot of it is education because it's a very technical job.
It goes back to the origins, I think, in the developer community. So that's where it started a lot more. But now you have to also think crypto, it can mean anything. Like I work in partnerships and sales in a company. Not everybody has to be super technical. There's all sorts of roles depending on, in an exchange there'll be legal teams, compliance, marketing. So it is growing, and it doesn't have to just be technical at all. So it will get better and better. I think in the founders of crypto companies, there's like maybe 5%, I think I read recently, which that's still low, but I think there's a whole women founders topic to be discussed. It's not really just a crypto thing anyway, I don't think. Yeah.
All right, Adele, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.